Welcome back to Tween Hills Farm, where Born to Run is halfway through her crucial preparation for her big day at Doncaster Sales. We can see her here, leading the string for an hour's hand walking around this glorious paddock. The scene may be idyllic, but the pressure is on to ensure that she is at her absolute peak just before the hammer goes down. So she came in from the Paddocks Bend 3 weeks ago. She's probably got another 4 weeks of sales preparation ahead of her. I mean, plainly she's a more conditioned, more developed filly for those 3 weeks. What are the areas where you feel she's really progressed in?
She's progressed in her quarters. She's starting to build the quarters up. She's getting good muscle definition in her forearm, you know, on her shoulder. She's getting a nice, nice even, she's nice and even across, across the top. Her neck's building up nicely. She is muscling up. We want to get a nice rounded, nice and round on the backside.
Yeah.
A good thigh, good second thigh, all the way down her leg. Because that's where her power is going to come from.
Sure. So you'll be looking for a bit more development there before sales time?
She's going to develop even more. I mean, at the minute you couldn't ask for anything better. She's doing really, really well and improving all the time.
You mentioned before she got quite a lot of handling as a foal, so has that helped introduce her to a sales prep?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, absolutely. But you will find horses, the more they get, the more handling they get, the better they are.
Yeah.
It's all about routine. That her routine's set now the same every day, so she's quite happy. She's quite happy in what she does.
And she's an eager pupil, or is she?
Oh, she's very.
Is she nostalgic and wishing she was back in a paddock?
No. We do try and keep them turned out at some point during the day. Give them an hour in the paddock, if it's not raining and the weather's nice. I mean, obviously we're trying to get the coats in tip-top condition, so if it was knee-deep in mud and everything else, we wouldn't necessarily have them turned out all the time. But if it's a nice summer's day like this, and there's a nice bit of grass, it does them the world of good because it just keeps them switched off.
Yeah, and her coat's looking pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, Ben, here she is in the showroom. We can see she's walking well, she's got her head down nice and relaxed. What are the things about her movement here that are pleasing you?
Well, it's, as you say, the way she is very relaxed. She's got her head down. She's just letting herself go.
Yeah.
Nice long stride. Which is what people want to see. They want to see a very good walk on her. A very good walk. It's all nice and even, athletic, nice and relaxed. You can't really ask. She's not slopping about. She's sort of got herself picked up and she's doing it with purpose.
Yeah.
You might just see with the other fillies, she's just a little bit too switched off, which is fine. But
she does that little trot.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
And tell us about her reach, because her hind legs are, they're making good ground on the print left by the front legs, aren't they?
Yeah. I mean, she's got a good, she's got a good stride on her. Good stride on her.
And how important is the walk to a potential buyer?
Everybody will buy a good walker, and it affects a lot. People will forgive faults if the horse catches their eye from the side and it walks past them a nice long stride.
Yeah.
People will forgive faults.
Okay.
And and we're only halfway there, so hopefully in another 4 weeks she'll be
a finished article.
Yeah. Exactly.
And with her being this relaxed, you see the swagger in her?
Yeah, you can see her swagger. You just see, everything's just fluent and moving. And exactly, she's got a good swagger about her.
Yeah. Okay, so in the next 4 weeks, you want to see a little bit more development, a little bit more strength in the quarters, perhaps?
Yeah, well, a lot more strength behind, really.
Yeah.
Just some more development through the neck, through the shoulder and through the forearm. And you can't really ask for anything more than that. She's got a nice covering across the rib cage and everything.
Yeah.
So, you know, we'll just keep going steady as we are.
And do you leave a bit of a tummy on them? I mean, you don't want them looking like a toast rack.
Oh, you don't want them looking like a toast rack. You want the tummy nice and tucked.
Mm.
But you don't want to, you know, as she looks now, is fine. The covering she's got over her now is fine. So it's a bit more muscle.
Yep.
You know, you have to think that they've got to travel all the way up to Doncaster, so they will naturally tuck up anyway, and it'll be a new environment. So they will be a little bit stressed to start with, you know, and they will be very busy. I mean, some of these yearlings can do, you know, 30, 40, 50 shows a day.
Wow.
Which is a lot. It doesn't sound a lot, but by the time you come out of your box and you've walked up and down, and they want to see it again, up and down, and then you've got to stand, and then whoever's looking might get distracted, so you go again. You know, by the end of the day, they do come out pretty tired, so you've got to get them fit enough to cope with all that.
Yeah. And you want the yearling to have the temperament to
exactly
take all that.
Exactly.